Well, hello. Welcome back to another wonderfully normal vlog. Today, we're going to do some golfing. No, wait. I promise you, this will not be boring. Okay, we're going to build something. We're going to do another one of our home improvement things. Let's go. Okay, we're not going anywhere just yet. I do want to give a little bit of context into why. As long as I can remember, I've been playing golf. I think I picked up my first golf club somewhere between the ages of 5 and 7. I immediately knew that I liked this and I wanted to do this. And because my father never let us half-ass anything, I had to take lessons. Thanks for that, Dad, because it pays off. I'm pretty good. I'm not great. I definitely feel like I can be better, but I'm pretty decent. But golf can be an expensive hobby, even if you're given clubs. Playing golf, if you're playing at decent golf courses, can be somewhat pricey. I've been very fortunate that all the golf clubs I've ever had have been gifted to me, whether it was my very first set we had a pro in our family. They're very tiny little golf clubs. Obviously, you grow out of those when you're at that age. And then my grandfather had a second set that he was no longer using, and he gave those to me. And that's what I've been playing for well over 15 years about. Well, those clubs were made the year I was born. So the technology has changed quite a bit in 34 years. So I was overwhelmed with excitement and gratitude when my wife gifted me the ability to go get new clubs for our anniversary. What I did was I went to a place called Golf Tech. I'd never heard of them, but I highly recommend for any golfers out there to go check them out. They offer lessons, they offer swing evaluations, but what I did was I took their club fitting. I brought my old clubs to them, I swung them, they used all this technology and science to basically check out what those clubs were doing for my game. And then they put new clubs in my hands from this decade and to see what improvements they made. And whoa, the results were night and day. So I just picked up my new set of tailor-made Sims. Now, why am I telling you all this? Well, because I'm going to build something today. So I really want to get these clubs out on the golf course, but I'm still waiting for one more club, arguably one of the most important clubs, which is my driver. So I can't play until that comes in. So I want to get to a driving range. The only problem is that one, right now in Southern California, it's incredibly, unrelentingly hot. Two, we're covered in smoke, so it's not really good for anyone to go out and breathe all that stuff just to test out some clubs. So I want to keep it at home, so I'm going to build my own little practice range in the carport of my home. And I'm trying to do it for as little money as possible using things that I already have. Now, there are a couple of things I have to go out and get. But for the most part, I think I can make this today and put my clubs through at least an initial test. Now, this is obviously not ideal. I can't see the ball go very far. But I think if I'm able to at least test these clubs out before I get to a course, that'll give me I'll get the feel and kind of break these clubs in. So let's go. The idea is to utilize this carport that we don't really use for cars. We have a garage, we have plenty of driveway parking. So the carport we've just used for sitting and watching the neighbors. I don't know. The idea is to use this space to be able to take some practice swings. Obviously, I'm not using real golf balls. I'll use analog balls. They make a ton of different kinds that look and feel like golf balls. Initially, I was going to point it out towards the street, but for my neighbor's safety, in case I hit any stray ones, I'm going to point it towards the house. Obviously, with the analog balls, there's not a risk of breaking windows or anything like that, but just in case. And I'm in the garage because there's something in here that I used to use that I no longer use that I think is going to help me. So if you can believe it, this used to be the PVC and bedsheet projection screen that we used to use for our backyard movies in our apartment, but since we have upgraded to a proper projection screen, you can watch that video right up here, we no longer need this. So after unraveling this thing, I realized it's not nearly tall enough. It's great. It was great for watching movies on, but not great for what we need to do if we want it to fit perfectly in this area and catch these golf balls. So we've got some modifications to do. So I think I'm going to try and keep it literally as simple and as cheap as possible. I looked up online, and a typical like California King bed sheet is 6 by 7 feet. If I drop the PVC down with some hooks, I get another foot off of that or so. So I think I'm just going to go to Target and go see if I can just buy a California King bed sheet. Really, a bed sheet is sort of all I need for just stopping the ball. I mean, and who doesn't love to go to Target? All right, so I moved things inside because outside it's just not safe to work on this project at all. So luckily I have some space inside, so I'm going to start attaching the bed sheet to the PVC and then see what this thing looks like. All right, so laying this out here on the ground, the size, the width, and the length, or the height and the width are perfect. They'll fit perfectly in the carport. I was hoping to even have the bottom part be on the ground, resting on the ground. That way, when I hit the balls into the sheet, they'll roll and stop. But we'll see. I think even if it's just hovering right above the ground, this is the perfect thing. So now I'm going to attach the sheet to the PVC. Previously, the portable screen held up fine with just some clothespins, so I'll probably just keep it simple. So we ended up going to Target to get the mat and the practice balls. The practice mat was much more expensive than I anticipated it to be. Wanted to keep this project as low budge as possible. And the option for the practice balls was just I didn't need 72 of these things or however many are in here. So quick search on Amazon and 2-day shipping. I got a mat very similar. Saved me about $20 just on the mat. And then I found a much smaller set of the practice range balls, only 16 of them. I really only need like about 10 at a time before I have to go wrangle them all together. So this worked perfectly, and now I've got a little bit of break in the smoke and the heat. So now that everything's here, let's go put it together. All right, so it doesn't go all the way to the ground, which I'm okay with. I might get it so that it floats kind of at an angle, but let's try it out. Let's see what happens. Worked pretty much exactly how I needed it to work. There are a few small things I'll change and probably have to go do, so I'm not running around the front there in the carport trying to find the practice balls. But other than that, I mean, I would still be out there right now, but it got dark. It got dark on me. I've also decided to put the links to the stuff that I got to make this project in case you want to do that down below, which I've never done one of these things where look down and get the things. Anyways, all in all, like, spent about 50-60 bucks on this, and I can take it down when I'm not using it and put it away. And so now I'm excited. Now this is the first time I want to do this because the driving range isn't always necessary to do, but this was the first time really swinging my brand new golf clubs. So that's exciting in and of itself. Obviously I really want to get out to the range when the weather, not so much the weather anymore, but when the air quality gets better, and really hit some actual golf balls. But for now, this will do, and I'm pretty excited. I feel like this will be a fun little thing to do when folks come over. So thanks for watching. It's a quick little fun weekend project. So yeah, see you in the next one.